Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Monday, May the 23rd. My name is Barry Heinerson. I'm the moderator of our trading room. This is the address to get into the room, and it is a free room. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas. I share my screen all day long, and I'm live on the mic between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard or Eastern Daylight Time now. If you'd like to take out a subscription to Trade Ideas, this is the link you can use. And just a heads up, our one-time licensing fee for our premium services will be gone at the end of this week. So just bear that in mind. If you want that one-time licensing fee for our premium services, this is the week to do it. All right. Interesting day. Actually, I said in the pre-market that it looked like maybe today would be kind of quiet. However, that turned out not to be the case. CLRB again was our star. We took a look at this. This was, of course, if you traded this last week, take a look at the daily on it. We had two extremely incredible days for CLRB last week. So I'm sorry, the one day on Friday. This is today. The Friday was just an incredible day. So obviously we're going to have to watch this one today, and not necessarily was it going to give us the type of trade that it did, but it did. I think a lot of us got into it around this area. I certainly got in around 380. Was out as it broke over the whole number at 402. Just took some profit just in case it was going to collapse. And this is such a low float stock. We don't even have it listed. That's how. I'm not sure if it's because it's less than a million that therefore we don't have it listed, but I believe that the float is less than a million. Some reports are 600,000, which is an insanely low float. And again, if you don't know what I mean by a low float, the float is basically the number of shares that are available for trading. So it's like any other commodity. If there's not very many shares available and there are a lot of people who want to buy it, well, that's what happens. The stock just goes up in a crazy way. It can also come down in a crazy way. What goes up can come down just the same way. But right now we're riding this one. Obviously not in this anymore, all in this pullback. Was out at 380, 402, 428, 445, and actually got $1 on the last bit that I had, 481 from that 381 or 380 initial buy. Sold it right up there. So that was that one. Now the one I'm in right now, LXRX, came from the options play. Let's see, when was the alert? The alert was actually LXRX was at 1320. I took the trade at 1327 just before I started doing the video. The joke is that when I do a video and I just take a trade, sometimes it really helps the trade. So we'll see what happens. I'm just keeping an eye on this one on another monitor. RHI turned out to be a nice trade. RHI was something that was traded. We traded, at least I traded a little bit, or watched it on Monday. I'm sorry, on Friday. And so I had it. People asked me, well, why did I even see it today? Because it didn't trigger anywhere. But on this monitor that you see, I have 18 thumbnail charts, and I still had RHI as one of the thumbnails. And on this action right here, I decided to take a short on it. It took a while to finally develop. I was in the short at 39.47. Eventually, this happened, and was out at 39.36 and 39.20. So not tremendous, but certainly not a bad trade at all. Now the other one that look. CHD, still in it barely. Now this is from Holly, and again, you've probably heard, if you're in the room, you probably get sick of my always talking about this non-exit profit column, but have to do it because we have to absolutely pay attention to it. Now the mistake I did was I forgot to put an alert on it, and so again, this non-exit profit column, remember what it's telling us. CHD was stopped out as a time stop. I think it was a 60-minute or a 90-minute hold. So it got stopped out for 2 cents. As I started watching it, though, what I should have done is put an alert probably around 97.35 or so. And because what happened is, take a look. Here's where we got stopped. Here's where it got stopped out, 97.28. So it got stopped out right around here, and only because it was a time stop. All of our strategies have time stops, either a profit target or a time stop or a stop loss. So this one got stopped out as a time stop, but it didn't mean that we should take our eye off it. And unfortunately, I missed this little pop here. All right, so got into the trade late, 97.55. Got in at 97.55, right around here. But look at this. I mean, it's been a pretty steady trade. A little bit of a a couple of bottoming tails. These are 15-minute candles, but no red. And so, not a bad trade. And I exited some at 97.70, some at 98, and I'm going to hold on. If it goes down maybe below 97.90 or this area here, I'll probably get out. But this is why I mean, obviously, I should have been in a lot earlier. I missed this move here. I basically missed this move here, and just because I didn't put an alert on the chart, and that's my fault. I mean, I tell people to do that, and sometimes I get distracted myself. But this is why it's so important to watch this channel or watch this column. Not a lot of action in Holly today. We've only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, only 14 trades today. On Friday, I think we had 50, 5-0. So, but it makes it a lot easier to follow this column and trade off it. So just because we get stopped out on something does not mean you take your eye off it. And I was watching this one a little earlier, the SSI, but it just didn't keep going. I mean, it finally fell back. We stopped out again for a pretty nice profit on a $5 stock. Sorry, 19 cents, but on a $5 stock, that was a good percentage increase. However, it just didn't really persist through there. So this is really, really the only one that has done anything. And it makes it a lot easier to follow when you don't have a lot to really track. This was very easy to follow. Like I said, I just missed it. You should have kept a little more of attention on it and probably put an alert at 97.35, and I would have got it a lot earlier. Anyway, that is it. Let's see. The LXRX is still, put it in here, still doing okay. Again, my 1327 entry. So we'll see how. I think if I looked at take a look at the time frame here and look at the daily. Yeah, so we have some resistance up in this area. So, but on a $13 stock, if it can get up into this area right here, that would be a good percentage gain. So I'll be watching this one, of course, for the rest of the day. And it's right now mildly profitable, and we'll see what happens for the rest of the day. All right. Let's see, a little bit of a loss in GDOT. Just want to cover that one. GDOT had a bit of a loss. And I know I traded, oh, how could I forget? XGTI. This has been an amazing little play. I got into this one actually, I think on, well, it would have been on probably Wednesday. And the reason I got into this, actually I got in at 13, might have even been Thursday then. I thought it was earlier than that. But one of our posters in the room, the Max, he indicated, he talked about it a little bit. I looked at this, and I looked at the daily. If I back this out a little bit further, excuse me, you'll see what I'm looking at. So, actually, that's not right. Let me just get this. There we go. Okay, so you see what I'm seeing here? Obviously, this level on a break of this level, 16, and then this level 25. But we have a void right up in this area, 81 cents. So on a percentage basis, this actually looked kind of attractive to me as a speculative play, of course. So I took this trade, and I guess it must have been on Thursday. I thought it was earlier than that, but let me just back out put on the 15-minute. Anyway, I was in at 13.5 cents. So this morning, when I started looking at the pre-market with everybody else, I noticed that it had spiked up to 19 cents. It was actually at around 15 cents when I saw it, because I turned on my computer at around 5 o'clock, well, 8 o'clock Eastern. And so it was right in this level here, and I mentioned to people, well, you know what? This popped up to 19 cents in the pre-market. I'm in at 13.5 cents earlier in the week. Might be one to watch. Well, look at this. If you just even taken some around right here, it ran all the way up to almost 30 cents, 29 cents. And, it's come back down, but I am out of it at, what are my exits? 20 cents and 26 cents. So not a bad percentage gain for for something like this. I understand that the news was that, and I don't know this group at all, but Iroquois Capital took I think a 7.5% stake in the company, and that has basically propelled this company today. Whether it lasts, who knows? But 13.5 cents. Certainly, if it went back down to there, I'd be getting out. But certainly an attractive looking daily. If it can get over about 20 or 35 cents, we have a void up to about 80 cents. All right, the LXRX is still hanging in there nicely. And again, I'm in at 1327, so hanging in there nicely. I'm going to shut down the video now, close it down. Just want to, again, bring back the cover page. This is how to get in. Free. Yes, it's free. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to come into the room, and I share my screen all day long on the mic between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern. I do open the room at about 8:45, start sharing my screen right there. And if you'd like to take out a subscription to Trade Ideas, this is the link that you can use. All right, thanks for listening, and I hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.